The things that we have to go through in this life, man, it's, for so many people, it's fight or flight. And that's really, I guess, maybe that's what it is for everybody. Just some people choose flight over fight. Man, the decisions that we have to make in life. For me to choose to be clean and sober means that I'm going to be present for all the hard times. I'm going to be present for death. I'm going to be present maybe even whenever I don't want to be. And the only way that I can do that is if I put every bit of my trust in Jesus. And I know that there are so many people that get through life lucky somehow or another without Jesus. I haven't figured that out. They're lucky, they're not blessed. And I'd rather be blessed than lucky. Thinking about Job and how difficult his life was, and he still continued to honor God. And I'm trying my hardest to do that same thing. I had to make a decision today. With 10 other things going on, stretched 10 different ways. And the only way I could make that decision was to pray about it. I had a couple of options that I could go through, different routes to deal with the situation, a very hard situation. I had to pray and pray and pray, seek God for help. So I made sure that I made the right decision and not a Stephen decision. My older brother Roy has chosen to do dope, not marijuana, actual dope. He chooses that. He chose that lifestyle a long time ago. And no matter what anybody says, he thinks that that's his only route, that he didn't expect to live past 35, and now he's 50. He survived it. And he tells me he doesn't want to disappoint family. He even just told me that he wished that he could see life through other people's lens. But he also wishes that we could see life through his lens, because he has seen and witnessed some very hard life. And I wanted to call the cops on him this morning and have him arrested. Actually, I started off just wanting to have him removed from my mother's property, so he was he's not a threat, but he doesn't see who he is when he's on dope. he doesn't see the problem. He doesn't see the anxiety that it puts on other people. And even though our little brother died using dope just over a year ago, that's exactly what dope will do to you. Is tell you that it's still okay to use it. And that if you die by it, that must be God's plan for your life. I don't know. I don't know how I've used and done every drug that did not take a needle. And some of those drugs, there's a choice whether using a needle or not. I just chose not the needle. And every day it takes trusting God to help me make it another day. I know I'm going long on this. Whatever. People watch 3-hour podcasts and then complain that someone spoke a lot about life or death situations for 5-6 minutes. You know, and I wasn't planning on even doing this. I don't even know if the video is working. But when I told him that he could choose drugs or a place to live, well, first, he said he couldn't believe that I would give him that ultimatum, even though my mom said 0 tolerance. 0 tolerance. My mom just had her left leg amputated, literally 4 days ago. She cannot handle the stress of someone tweaking out. He said he don't want to get clean. He said that's his decision. He's got a family that loves him, loves everything about him, except for the drugs. There's something about my brother that everyone loves. You can't not love my brother until he's on dope. And that has such a stranglehold on him that he don't see another way out. He told me after my brother died that his dealer loved him too much to give him fentanyl, that he wouldn't be dealt a bad deal. And in time, I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I'm surprised I'm even here talking about this. It breaks my heart that I feel like I'm literally waiting on a phone call, that once again another death is in my sight and I gotta walk through it alone. Well, with Jesus and all my family that I have that love and support and pray for me. But you know what I mean when I say alone. If you've ever had a close family member die, no matter how many people are around you, I feel so alone. So I didn't call the cops. I even called, I tried calling the sheriff's department. I wanted to tell them, because honestly, after our conversation, I felt like so he didn't have to deal with the situation. I quickly realized that he might just take his life. And then that would feel like that was on my shoulders too. So I wanted to call the cops and let them know that he might commit suicide, that somebody needed to get there really quick to save his life. And I kept calling and couldn't get through. I didn't call 911. I just kept calling the non-emergency numbers. Well, anyway, I've prayed and prayed and prayed, seeking God, and I felt like the Lord, instead of me going up there and fighting with a fist and dragging him off the mountain, when the Lord call the cops in my head, I thought maybe that's the option. Maybe that's it. And then I thought by calling the cops and just threatening with the other option that he has, that maybe that was the option. And then I just, after continuing to pray, the Lord put it on my heart just to call him and talk to him. And that's when I sit on the side of the road for the last hour, talking with him, reminding him that there's an option of hope, of Jesus. And that just makes him feel like I'm giving him the option of fire and brimstone, and that's not it. I was trying to give him the option of love, hope, and forgiveness. And, well, we all make our decisions in life. Fight or flight. And I have so many decisions and so much stress on me right now. And it would be easy to choose flight just to get away for an evening. But Jesus has continued to remind me that the fight will always overcome the flight. And that I have a purpose here on earth where I'm sitting right now. Just like everybody has a purpose. Do I always know what my purpose is? No. But do I trust in God to guide me? Yes. And so far in 15 years, He's not led me astray. He's not left me alone. When I wanted to be alone, He didn't let me. I don't know, I guess it just breaks my heart that my best friend for my whole life, Roy, I feel like he told me that he's choosing drugs. I'm not giving up on him. I'm going to continue to pray for him. Because I don't want him to be like me. I just love him so much that I want better for him. And I know that the drugs are lying to him, and they're lying through him. And I just continue to pray that God will not stop going after him, because I know that He won't. Well, now I'm at 17 minutes. I'm sorry. Don't stop praying for your family. And right now I get to go visit my mom, go hang out with her. She's living, she's alive, and she's choosing to live. She's fighting. That woman, she is fighting so hard to live. I'm so proud of her. Blows my mind with all the decisions that she has to make, how strong she is. I guess I see where I get it from. We all make mistakes. Lord knows that I've made mine. I choose to ask for forgiveness. I choose to fight instead of flight. If you're still watching this, I love you, and I want you to know that you are loved. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I guess I didn't know. I don't know what purpose this video is, but it's probably here for somebody. I know it is. Life's hard, but it's worth living. I'm so glad that I'm clean and sober